Hi there, good morning. I'm Raleigh Brown, and this is another curve flattening concert. Let me see, I didn't pull up my sheet here like I usually do. See if we can get it in place, and then I will know which number it is. Looks like it's 648. And we got that. Now we're back in business. And I see lots of folks checking in. Good to see you all here this morning. Steve DeHaas was the first man in on YouTube. And on Facebook, Linda Worster, Skip Staples, Bob McKenna, Heidi McClure and Jerry, John Sprouse, Warren and Janelle, Ken Nashif, Carol Pred, Jeanette Pasqua, which might be Rich Pasqua, who just built a beautiful guitar for his sister, Linda. And great sounding, too, Rich, if you were there. And David Klein is here, and Charlie Bryant, the clown prince of Raleigh World, Deb Libby Clark, and like that. So as usual, Steve DeHaas said hello to Charlie too, and I do have a picture of Charlie for you this morning. There he is, just a few minutes ago. The picture may look a little blurry to you because I was trying to hold a potato chip in front of the camera at the same time as I took the picture, because most of the pictures I show you of Charlie, he's just asleep, but he actually is a very awake kind of dog much of the time. So that's Charlie, and we can do a little bit of pre-music clinking here. So here's the clinkophonic mug, courtesy of Ann Mintz, and my finger is screwing up on me. I clunk with you. Here's to good fellowship, and here's to the defeat of fascism. I'll say no more. So, got a bunch of great requests today. I couldn't, of course, do them all, but here are a few for you. Now them that's got shall get, and them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it still is news. Mama may have, Papa may have. God bless the child who's got his own. Now the rich get rich and the weak ones fade. Empty pockets, they don't ever make the grade. Mama may have, Papa may have. God bless the child who's got his own, who's got his own. You know money, you got lots of friends hanging round your door. When money's gone and spending ends, Now they don't come no more. Well, rich relations may give you crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't you take too much. Mama may have, Papa may have. God bless the child who's got his own, who's got his own. Money, you've got lots of friends hanging around your door. But when money's gone and spending ends, now they don't, you know they don't come no more. Rich relations may give you crusts of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't you take too much. Mama may have, Papa may have. God bless the child who's got his own, who's got his own. God Bless the Child, attributed to Billie Holiday, and I think the other name on it is Herzog, who's maybe who actually wrote it. You know that in those days, a lot of times, and it's not that different even in more recent years, that a recording artist would offer to record something for a composer as long as they got part of the composer royalties. So one of the most famous cases of that was Dolly Parton. Elvis Presley wanted to record I Will Always Love You. I don't know if that's the name of it, which Dolly wrote, and he wanted composer royalties, and she just refused. She said, no way. She's pretty smart, that woman. She seems to have done okay. Can't remember if he actually ended up recording it or not. So next up, if Bunny is still here, and I hope she is her request, which is a song called If I Only Had a Brain. Bunny does not know the name of the song. She calls it something else. But that's okay. So this is from The Wizard of Oz. So it's Yip Harburg, I believe. If I Only Had a Brain from The Wizard of Oz. Let me back up a little and say hi to some folks before we do the third song. Where was I? I don't know how far I got. I think I got to Carol Pred, and I know I got to Jeanette Pasqua, and there we are. And then Dave Mason is here, and Mike Verbeek, and David Arthur Radcliffe. Dave Mason and David Arthur Radcliffe are both in the UK. And Bunny is here, and Linda Worcester I already said hi to. Michael Tierson is here. And his computer is down, so he's watching on YouTube. YouTube is a good way to watch it if you get it on your TV, but you just can't comment. You have to go on Facebook to comment. Just got off the Charlie Bryant is John Sprouse, Carol Pred, Kate Mack, Rhonda Scott Merrick. Who am I missing? Ellen O'Brien. Hi, Ellen. Ken Terrell, also in the UK. And lots of Michael Miller and Mark Steele and John Rossi and Kate Petrella. Hi, Kate. Charlotte Cantrell out there in California. Good to see all you guys here this morning with me. Jackie Damsky and I think I said hi to most of you. Bob McKenna, I think I said hi to you. Mike Carr, if he only had a spleen. Yes, Mike. And CJ, hey. And Matthew Ryan, I think we're getting near the end of recent. Beth Brown Rosenblum is back with us, maybe Jack Rosenblum as well. And Jay Peterson is up in Maine. And Mike Stillman is here from Joshua Tree, California, if I remember correctly. Kathy Craw up there in Canada. And we go on. So next up, this is a request from Carol Pred. And, this song, one of the first written songs I've learned and fell in love with, same was true for many of us. It's, Blowin' in the Wind by Bob Dylan. And I think when I heard it when I was young, with age, what has become clearer to me is that I think when I was young, I thought that the answers to the questions were, when he said the answer is blown in the wind, was supposed to be self-evident. And now I believe the opposite. I believe that the answer is really, we don't have an answer. That as became clear in later years for Dylan, philosophically, he was kind of above politics. He was really thinking of things on another level. Dave Van Ronk talked about this in his biography. So anyhow, I won't ramble on here too long. How many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man? And how many seas must a white dove sail before she can sleep in the sand? And how many times will the cannonballs fly before they are forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. And how many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? How many years must some people exist before they're allowed to be free. And how many times can a man turn his head, pretending he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? How many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? And how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Bob Dylan, that pretty much launched Bob Dylan's career, especially when Peter, Paul, and Mary recorded that. So it's announcement time. There are invisibles who may be here. They may or may not include Lori Payne, Judith Fox, Kit Serikaku, George Young, Joel Biget, and or Mario Pru. I don't know. And maybe some others. Anyhow, I just say hello to everybody, and everybody I see here. I see Frank Mato is here, and John Hubner, my good friend. And Beth says Jack is there too. Hi, Jack. And like that. I think that's everybody for now. There is, as always, a PayPal link right there by my left index finger for PayPal or Venmo if you would like to help support the cause here. You could think of this picture again as Charlie the dog entreating you, saying, "Please, I need more dog biscuits." So, there's that, and then I will be at Sam W. in a few weeks, starting on July 15th, I think. It's not what I'm looking for. Let me pull up my calendar here. Yeah, Sam W. starts on the 14th and runs through the 20th. I'm pretty sure they're full by now, but you could always go check at wumb.org. and look for Sam W., the camps or music camps. And I don't have too much else to say. Oh, today's my last day of doxycycline after a month of dealing with Lyme disease, and I'm hoping that some of my hand problems, which are substantial now, will go away. I think that they might have been Lyme-related joint problems involved. Arthritis, as we say, when our brain is working properly. And Charlie also will finish his doxycycline tomorrow. After his anesthetic adventure, he had a cough, so they put him on doxycycline for 10 days. And he's just getting to the end of that. He's pretty much back to his old crazy self. And the schedule I am on right now, as you may have noticed, and then Monday, I'm not sure who's on. If you guys have any links, you can put them up there. And Tuesday, Cozy Sheridan and Charlie Koch will be back for their 10:30 live stream, and they may have their friend Kent Allen, who's a great keyboard player, with them, because they're rehearsing for some gigs up there in New England. And so you can find that at Cozy Sheridan's Facebook page. Highly recommended. And that's about it. And then I'll be back on Wednesday at 3. So next up, this was a request from Kit, actually. Kit left me like a whole set list. I have like 10 songs I could do because she requested them. But this one I thought I'd play. It's called Janny's Day, and it's a instrumental I wrote for Jan's birthday many years ago. So that's Janny's Day. That is on the Sunday Morning CD, along with a lot of my other favorite fingerpicking tunes, just solo fingerstyle guitar on that CD. So this is another request. Now once I lived the life of a millionaire. You know, I was spending all my money, I didn't care. Taking my friends out for a mighty good time. I was buying bootleg liquor, champagne and wine. Then I began to fall so low. I didn't have a friend and I had no place to go. If I ever get my hands on $1 again. I'm gonna hang on to it till that eagle grins, 'cause nobody knows you when you're down and out. If in your pockets you haven't got a penny, then your friends, you haven't any, just let you get back on your feet again. And everyone becomes your long lost friend. You know it's mighty strange without a doubt how nobody knows you when you're down and out. Just let you get back upon your feet again, and everyone becomes your long lost friend. You know it's mighty strange without a doubt how nobody knows you when you're down and out. I mean, when you're down and out. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. Sad but true, maybe. If you have good friends, they'll stick with you when you're down and out. But enough philosophy. So let me see if there's anybody I'm missing here. I think most of you said hello. Yeah, nobody knows you when you're down and out was Skip Staples' request. And Skip is an old friend. It's funny to think, probably 20 years. And he and our mutual friend Mike Maddox are responsible for that picture of the Reverend Gary Davis on the wall behind me. That was a gift from them, and a very valued one. They didn't just print it up with an inkjet. They went to Dick Waterman's website and bought the real print, because they are stand-up guys. So the other day I was listening to an interview with Kenny Vaughan, who's the guitarist who plays with Marty Stewart. And it was a long interview. It was like an hour long. It was on Otis Gibbs, is that the guy's name, who just does a lot of long, kind of short and long interviews with music figures, especially from Nashville. And in the middle of this interview there, Otis asks him about who does Marty go to when he needs his Martin D45 to be worked on. And, does he go to Joe Glazer, who's a guy in Nashville who's got a big name? And Kenny Vaughan goes, no, he goes to this guy, Marty Lanham, who is an old friend of mine. And he said, yeah, Marty's one of those old style Gibson or Martin guys who just, he's top of the list of great guys to work on old Martins. And I thought, wow, that's great. So I kind of queued it up to that part of the interview and shared it on Marty's page. And he wrote me back and said, tell Kenny the check's in the mail. Anyhow, I mentioned that because this next tune was named after Marty's dog. Marty had a little Lhasa Apso, whose name was Betsy, So they called her, it's a Tibetan Lhasa Apso, and they called her Tibetsy. And so when I wrote this instrumental for her, and I thought I would name it after her. So it's called Heavens Tibetsy. And I see my buddy Judy Wong is here. Judy, I hope you're over your COVID. And I think I said hi to everybody I could say hi to. So thank you all for joining me today. I will do a little mantra at the end. I'm not sure how I'll get to that, but you know how it goes. Heavens to Betsy. Heavens to Betsy, in honor of the late great Tibetsy the dog, Tibetsy Lanham. So thank you for joining me today. Charlie Bryant writes, Joseph Spence visits Tibet. Yeah, that's pretty close. It's definitely influenced. It's not played in drop D like Joseph Spence would have played it, but it is definitely influenced by him. That calypso beat of, instead of going, you're going... kind of halftime thing. So again, thank you for joining me. I hope to see you on Wednesday. Catch my buddy Cozy and Charlie, my buddies Cozy and Charlie, on Tuesday. Not to be confused with Charlie the dog, who's lying over there in the corner, fast asleep. I wonder if we could get Charlie here if I do this. There he is. Right in the middle of the frame there. spaced out under the air conditioner, which of course is turned off so we don't have the noise during my concert. Anyhow, be happy and be healthy. Be brave and be calm. Be kind. It's a snap. And if you get cranky, do what Charlie's doing. Take a nap. Thank you again for joining me. Take care. Have a good first half of the week here. And if I don't see you, have a good second half of the week as well.